Awesome. We now have our first home. Hey guys, so one of my followers, Justin, he actually goes to George Mason. He's a two-time All-American quarterback. I asked a question, a really good question. He said, I want to buy a property, I want to buy a duplex. The best deal is to buy a duplex that's already finished. And I'm going to run through the numbers how you guys, any American, could easily do this. How I did my first deal. You buy a duplex, and in my market, you can get into a duplex for $200,000. The down payment for a first-time home buyer is 3.5%. $7,000 down, $5,000 in closing cost, $12,000 total cash to close. Question, Pascal, I don't have $12,000. Where am I going to get it? Great question. You are allowed to get a gift from your family for that much money, or a portion of this much money for the difference you don't have. Pascal, I only have $2,000 that my family would give me towards my down payment. Where am I going to get the other 10? Another great question. You can actually go from your 401k, you can take a draw out of $10,000 and not be penalized for drawing early out of your retirement account towards the purchase of your first home. Other question, I don't have enough to meet that total $12,000. Where are some other sources I can get the money? Another great question. You can actually go to local community resources that will help fund you towards your down payment. Now, the county has programs, the city has programs, different non-for-profits will have programs to help you get into your first home and will help you, give you the money towards a down payment. That's great, right? Now, for me, myself, I didn't use any of those sources. When I first started, I didn't know that any of those things were available. So I just worked my ass off, worked for like $8 an hour and saved up all the money to afford the down payment. And I didn't even know you could go that low with the down payment. I literally put down 20% on my deals. So this is the easiest way to go. I went the harder way, but either way works. Now, $200,000 loan, $200,000 purchase price, loan of $193, rate of 4.5%, 30-year term, payment of $998 a month. Insurance is $100, taxes is $239, total is $1,337. Awesome, we now have our first home, we're living in it, we got a renter on the side. But wait, question is, what am I gonna make off of this now? Because I own my first rental property, what am I making? I always assume that you are gonna be living in one side and someone else is gonna be living on the other side. But you must treat it as if both of you are paying rent. So I'm gonna give this property a conservative rent of $1,000 for each unit. You're paying $1,000 rent, they're paying $1,000 rent. The rent bringing in is $2,000 minus your monthly payment of $1,337. You are netting $663 a month. That is what you get to keep at the end of the month. Now again, you paid $1,000 out of the money. So really, you're saving $663 of your own money. At the same time, if you're smart enough, you could probably get a roommate and rent a room within your side of the duplex. So you can even making more money than this. Be conservative, guys. Be smart. Don't be conservative. Just be smart. Things are gonna break. You might lose a tenant next door. You might have to do something and so on. You need some money on the side. Put $400 a month to the side. After your reserves, you get $263 left over. That $263 should be reinvested. I don't want you to be spending any of this money and really buying stuff until you have 20 units. Don't even think about it until you have at least 10. But I would prefer you to have 20 units. Now, you think, well, that's a long time before I have 20 units. If you're going to college for 4 years, you can wait for 20 units. If you're going to bust your ass for 20 years and be nowhere in a 9-to-5 job, you can wait till you get 20 units. Because if you use the stuff I'm teaching you guys, you'll get to 20 units real quick. Again, at 19 I started buying. At 23 I had 23 units. That's only 4 to 5 years. You can do it too. The next thing is you're like, Pascal, I can't buy anything for $200,000 in my area. All right, I'll run numbers at $400,000. This is the really important part, is that the rents should be equivalent to the cost of the property. So if your property is $400,000 and you're like, oh, it's not fair, I can't do it at 400. The thing is, you can do it at 400 because the rents are going to be higher. Let's run the numbers again. $400,000 duplex, $14,000 down, $5,000 closing cost, $19,000 cash to close. You see, it's not that much more money to do it. $400,000 property, loan of $386, 4.5% interest rate, 30-year term, payment is $1,956, insurance is $150, taxes $526, monthly payment $2,632. Some people pay rent of that much. You're paying that for a mortgage on a duplex that you own. $4,000 is the rent you're going to bring in. $2,600 is your payments. You're netting $1,368. Put $800, 20% away in reserves for repairing stuff and vacancies. Hey, after 2 or 3 years, if you don't have a lot of repairs and you don't have a lot of vacancies, or you already paid for repairs and you have some money left over, then that's awesome. Use that money for another deal. Get to those 20 units. Get there. Because the sooner you get to volume, when you get volume pricing, more money goes in your pocket. $568 is left over for you to reinvest. I didn't say for you to spend. I want you to save it and reinvest it. This is how you build your financial freedom. Yo, Justin, if you become a baller, that's amazing. I would love that for you. Most ballers lose all their money in 5 years after they're out of the game. 5 years. You'll see lots of pictures of ballers on the street. I don't want that from you. You're getting that check. You hit the lotto. Good for you. Now what's going to be great for you is if you take that money, you reinvest it in different real estate assets to have a secure future so you can keep on getting that check for the rest of your life after you're beat up from the game, when you can't work that hard, and since you don't have a skill set that you can use outside of the field. Facts. Most players don't have a skill set that they could use outside of the field, except for maybe marketing, because they have established a name for themselves. No cap. Don't lie to yourself, all you guys, and this is not for me to pick on ball players, but let's just say anybody in any type of entertainment or athletic field, you gotta be smart about the long-term game. And anybody out there that's making a lot of money in their profession, do not think that you cannot be X'd. You can be X'd. Anybody can be X'd. And if you're not ready to have option A, B, C, and D giving you money, all these investment options paying you consistently, so if one goes, you still have other ones to fall back on, you're going to be in a bad position. Unfortunately, most Americans, 60%, don't even have $500 to pay for an emergency. Don't be those people. My followers, I want to make sure that you guys are going to be financially free and not be going through most of life's turbulations just over $500. Just like the idea to me is like sick, like that you would have a major life issue over $500. That's crazy. So be smart, and I'll be coming out with another video in a minute showing you what you're going to assume your returns to be over 5 or 10 years. This is Pascal Corcus. I'll see you next time.